Samson was a strong man, known for his incredible physical power and unmatched bravery. His strength was legendary, making him a formidable warrior in ancient times. God chose him to help his people, to deliver them from their enemies and lead them to safety. He was destined for greatness, a beacon of hope for his nation. But Samson also had weaknesses. Despite his divine mission, he made bad choices that led him astray. His decisions often reflected his human flaws and vulnerabilities. He let his desires control him, succumbing to temptations that clouded his judgment. His passions often overpowered his sense of duty and responsibility. His story is in the Bible, a testament to the complexities of human nature and the struggle between strength and weakness. We can learn from his mistakes, understanding that even the strongest among us have vulnerabilities. His life serves as a powerful lesson in humility and self-awareness. Samson was supposed to be different, set apart by his divine calling and extraordinary abilities. He was meant to be a leader and a protector. He was given special power by God, a gift that came with great responsibility. His strength was not just physical, but also a symbol of divine favor. But he used his strength for himself. He wasn't humble, often acting out of pride and self-interest rather than for the greater good. He thought he was better than others. Samson faced many enemies, both external and internal, battling not just physical foes but also his own ego. He fought battles and won, achieving many victories that showcased his might. Yet these triumphs were often overshadowed by his personal failings, but his biggest enemy was himself. His internal struggles were more challenging than any physical confrontation he faced. He couldn't control his own desires. We all face temptations, and Samson's story reminds us of the importance of self-control and discipline. We can learn from Samson's mistakes, recognizing the need to balance our strengths with humility and wisdom. We need to ask God for help, seeking guidance and strength to overcome our weaknesses. He can give us the strength to resist, empowering us to rise above our challenges and fulfill our true potential. Samson met a woman named Delilah. She was beautiful, but she was also dangerous. She worked for Samson's enemies. They wanted to defeat him. Delilah pretended to love Samson. She wanted to know the secret of his strength. She asked him many times, but Samson wouldn't tell her. Delilah kept asking. She promised not to tell anyone. Samson finally gave in. He told her his secret. He said his strength came from his hair. Samson made a big mistake. He trusted someone who didn't love him. He let his guard down. This would cost him dearly. Delilah betrayed Samson. She told his enemies his secret. They waited until he was asleep. Then they cut off his hair. Samson woke up. He thought he was still strong, but he was wrong. His strength was gone. The Philistines captured him. The Philistines were cruel to Samson. They blinded him and made him work like a slave. They thought they had won. Samson lost everything. He lost his strength, his freedom, and his dignity. He paid a high price for his mistakes. Samson was a prisoner. He suffered for his sins. But God didn't forget about him. God gave Samson a chance to make things right. Samson's hair grew back. He prayed to God. He asked for forgiveness. He asked for strength one last time. God heard Samson's prayer. He forgave him. He gave him back his strength. Samson had one last chance to defeat his enemies. Samson knew this was his final opportunity. He had to use his remaining strength wisely. He had a chance to redeem himself. Samson's story is a tragedy, but it's also a story of hope. Samson made bad choices, but he found forgiveness in the end. Samson's story teaches us about forgiveness. No matter what we've done, God can forgive us. We just need to ask. Samson's story also teaches us about strength. True strength comes from God, not from ourselves. We need to rely on Him. We all make mistakes. We all face temptations, but we can learn from Samson's story. We can choose a better path. The danger of uncontrolled desires. Throughout history, stories have warned us about the perils of letting our desires run wild. One such story is that of Samson, a figure whose life serves as a powerful lesson. Samson's story highlights the danger of uncontrolled desires. He let his passions rule him, allowing his impulses to dictate his actions. This ultimately led to his downfall, a tragic end that could have been avoided. We all have desires, and they are a natural part of being human. but we can't let them control us. It's crucial to find a balance between our wants and our wisdom. We need to be careful, navigating through life with awareness and caution. We need to make wise choices, guided by reason and foresight. Uncontrolled desires can lead us down a dangerous path, one fraught with peril and regret. They can hurt us and the people around us, causing pain and suffering that could have been prevented. We need to be aware of this danger, recognizing the signs before it's too late. We need to seek balance in our lives, finding harmony between our desires and our responsibilities. We need to be led by wisdom and self-control, virtues that can guide us through life's challenges. This will help us avoid Samson's mistakes, ensuring that we lead lives of purpose and integrity. The importance of trust. Samson's story also teaches us about the importance of trust. He trusted the wrong person. This had terrible consequences. We need to be careful who we trust. Not everyone has our best interests at heart. Some people might try to use us. Trust is important, but it needs to be earned. We need to be wise and discerning in our relationships. We need to protect ourselves. True trust is built on honesty, respect, and loyalty. We need to look for these qualities in the people we let into our lives. Finding redemption. Despite his mistakes, Samson found redemption. His journey was not easy, but it was transformative. He turned back to God, seeking forgiveness and a new path. God forgave him and used him one last time. There is always hope, even in the darkest moments. Even when we mess up, God can still use us. Our failures do not define us, our willingness to change does. He can bring good out of bad situations. What seems like the end can be a new beginning. We can all find redemption. It requires humility, courage, and a sincere heart. We need to admit our mistakes, ask for forgiveness, and reflect on our actions and seek to make things right. Reconciliation is a powerful step towards healing. God is merciful and just. His grace is available to all who seek it. Samson's story reminds us that God is bigger than our mistakes. His love and forgiveness are boundless. He can forgive us, restore us, and use us for His glory. Our past does not dictate our future. Let's not give up hope. Every day is a new opportunity for redemption and growth. If you found this video useful, please share your experiences in the comments below and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't go just yet though, watch the next video on your screen.